Live from Los Angeles, it's Hump Day and time for the Kruse Control Show. And here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. I am your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Happy Hump Day. I can't believe it's Hump Day already. It's April 9th, 2025. Welcome to Kruse Control. I'm so happy to have you here. It's gonna be a fantastic night as always, guys. Thank you all for keep joining the channel, guys. We got 9,391. The numbers keep going up, and we appreciate you guys for being here. Good to see you, Queen, as always. It's gonna be a fun night. It's Wednesday, a little nerdy, a little more nerdy, a little bit of all that above. And I'm so happy to have back, of course. You know he's here, the thirsty daddy, Mr. GR Wire. Sup, GR?
Hey, Brian. Good to be here. Another exciting Hump Day.
Yeah, exciting Hump Day. How was your Hump Day, GR?
Better now. Hey.
There you go.
Thirsty Daddy? Who your daddy, Thirsty Daddy?
Gotta have my broken skull, you know.
You gotta have that going on, GR. Good to see you. Could you not see my motion in the beginning of the show?
Is that what that was?
I was like, GR. Good to have you, GR. It's gonna be fun tonight, right? It's gonna be fun. We got a lot of dorky, kind of nerdy stuff, which we love so much. I'm excited to talk about a bunch of Marvel stuff. I'm excited to talk about this crazy little Star Wars story that's kind of going around the internet right now that's blowing up a little bit more and more. Welcome back, Edward Hyde. Excited to talk about that. But a lot of breaking news as always, GR, right? A lot of breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
Just keeps coming. All right, GR. I'm excited. Thanks for being here, man. It's gonna be fun, right? You ready?
My pleasure. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
The Thirsty Daddy, everybody. Also joining us back on Kruse Control. If it wasn't a Wednesday, or if it is a Wednesday, I don't know how to say this anymore. It's been so long. Welcome back, our comic book king, Mr. Sean Sutherland. What's up, Sean?
Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Yes, I don't remember what I used to say or what I say anymore either. But I'm here, and there's a ton of shit to talk about. That's it. That's all I got. Very excited. Thank you for having me back. Can't believe it's already been a fucking week since I was here last time. Insane.
It just goes and goes and goes.
Hell yeah. Sean's here.
I am here. Hello, Pat.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Welcome back, Sean.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for the welcome. Hello in the chat. Hello, Queen. Hello, Angel, Edward, everybody popping off. Lovely to see everybody again.
It goes by so fast, right? It's like all of a sudden 7 days are gone and it's hump day again.
Don't know. Too fast.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like a weekend goes by fast, but even like just a week, a month, a year, it's like we've been doing this for 3 years.
3 years?
Thanks, Peppy. 3 years,
Yeah.
No.
This is our third year. Fuck. I mean, it's episode 319, Sean.
I'll cheers to that.
Cheers
Get
to
your
that.
LaCroix in the chat. Cheer it up. Friend of the show, LaCroix.
Friend of the fucking show. Thanks for being here, Sean. It's going to be a fun night. Welcome
Glad
back.
to be here. Looking forward to talking to you, bud.
So much to talk about. Also joining us back on Kruse Control. It's been a few weeks. We're happy to have her back. Producer, writer, creator, director. She's doing everything and conquering the world under God's green earth. Welcome back, Miss Laura Broncala. What's up, Laura?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm just in like a crazy situation right now where I can only hear auxiliary audio. I'm hearing everybody's microphones. I'm hearing some intermittent music, but mostly I'm just hearing random sounds. I don't hear Peppy, so sorry, Peppy. Whatever you say, I guess I have earplugs in for. But everything's great here. I'm so busy and so good, and really happy, and I'm really happy to be back. So thanks for having me back, Brian.
Yeah, happy to have you back. How's life's been good? I know you've been busy. You've been doing a bunch of hosting, and you're actually working on our project, right? So what's new in
Laura is here,
Laura Land?
Laura Land.
Everything's good here, you guys. Let's see. Okay, so I'm doing. Hey, Queen, I see your comment. I'm so happy to be here today, and it's so good to see you guys. I know I took a long break, Brian. You need to bring me back more often. Everybody misses me. Hey, Edward, what's up?
Hey, you're back.
I'm back. And I'm excited to be here. I have a web series going on right now with our dear friend Tim Bakes, who is a director, writer, producer, jack of all trades. Just like we all are, we have to be little Swiss Army knives in this industry. So I'm doing that. We have 2 episodes left on my podcast, Brian. You've been generous enough to let me talk about that here.
Yeah.
And ProPix is doing really well. We're going to have 12 episodes at the end of the series. We took 1 week off to prepare our final 2 episodes. Hey, Angel, I see you in there. Hi. Thanks for saying hi. And yeah, there's just a lot going on in Laurel Land. My little day job, I've now started QVC style hosting for some TikTok items. If you guys want an ice maker, if you want any supplements, I can help with that.
Laura's
That's my
got you
day
covered.
job.
Laura's got you covered.
Well, you know what's funny? I know a lot of you guys have seen Jenny Skivington before. So her and I were having a little conversation today, and we were talking about how it's like the weird Napster era of like video. Like I feel like the new generation watches everything on their phones, YouTube, TikTok, like Instagram, and they don't watch TV anymore. So
No,
it's great days.
GR's still watching TV, right, GR?
It's for my sports arc, guys. I'm sorry.
Hey, I get it. I get it.
I was watching Supermarket Sweep earlier this evening.
Damn right, Sean. That's what I'm talking about. I haven't seen that in a long time. Is that new still?
No,
is that still
there's
new?
there's an entire channel on my Samsung TV. All it is Supermarket Sweep, and then some rap song.
What?
And then another episode, and you just watch it forever.
Wow.
That's all you need, right?
All you do, and you yell at the screen like, it's cocoa powder, it's mocha mix, whatever. You idiots. And no one wins. No one wins.
It's in aisle 4.
The prize is $5,000. That was it. Back
Man,
then.
That could feed a family of 5 for like 3.5 months easily. No, I'm just kidding. Probably a lot more, back then a lot longer.
No, it's about 2 weeks, Brian.
Well, nowadays it's about 3 days.
Political. Yeah.
We're not. No,
you guys, I brought a friend to the show too. I know LaCroix's a friend of the show. Jay Lore, Mr. Jay Lore is also a friend of the show tonight. I lost it today.
There we go. There we go. Thank you all for being here. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. A lot going on, as always. Look at Queen's watching Pluto TV. She knows all about that stuff, finding new things all the time. Pepe, how you doing, man?
I drink so I can get through this bullshit.
Thanks, man. Good to have you here, Pepe. Good to have you here. Pepe's a little feisty son of a bitch sometimes. But it doesn't matter if Pepe's mad. It doesn't matter. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. Anyway, there's always one thing going down on Kruse Control, buddy, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. Very breaking news. The very first thing I will talk about is Weezer. This is just very, very breaking news. So if you guys know the bassist of Weezer, it's been there for probably the shortest amount of time, Scott Schreiner. Now, his wife recently, today, apparently, while they're out going to Coachella this weekend, because Weezer was a late edition for Coachella, there was a big hit and run here in LA. And there were 3 suspects that got away. The cops were chasing them. And they got into a neighborhood and they saw a woman coming around their backyard with a gun, wielding a gun. That was Scott's wife from Weezer, the bassist from Weezer, Lauren. Lauren right there. Lauren actually started putting the gun everywhere. The cops put the gun down. She said no. The cops shot her. And then she went back in her house after the cops shot her. And then they got her out and took her to the hospital, of course. And they arrested her for attempted murder on a police officer. Insane. And I don't know if this is going to do a hiccup because Coachella is starting this weekend. I don't know if this is going to delay Weezer doing this or what's going to happen. We'll keep you posted. We'll probably have an update on Friday about that, which I think might be Saturday, actually. We'll talk about that later. But it's craziness, guys. Big breaking news story. As much breaking as a Minecraft 2 coming. Is that really happening? Now, okay, guys, I will say I saw Minecraft the other day, and it's actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. It's just a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. And opening weekend, I'm getting a little more specific on this. Opening weekend, $163 million it made opening domestically, which is bigger than Barbie. Barbie was 162 million domestic, bigger than Barbie, bigger than Mario Brothers, which is 146.4 million. This thing was a sleeper coming out of nowhere. So much so they're already talking sequel, guys. Already talking sequel. Yeah, Weezer, Hash Pipe, Dope Nose. You go back to the Sweater song. Weezer, guys. I love Weezer. But yeah, so much so that the director came forward, who actually directed Napoleon Dynamite. So they're asking about Napoleon Dynamite 2, about, Minecraft 2. He said, I'm not sure about Napoleon Dynamite. Dynamite 2, but he did say, yes, Minecraft 2, we're already talking about it. Of course you already are. Jared Hess came forward and said, well, it'll be so much fun to make the first one. It'll be so much fun to make another one. We got ideas, this expansive world of the game. There's so many things that we could tap into that we want to do, and we just have such a blast that a sequel would be amazing to do. And honestly, we're excited that the talks are happening. We'll keep you posted, but they do want to delve into that, and they did leave a little Easter egg in the end. The character was teased of Alex, who's apparently a big, massive part of Minecraft. Shows how much I know. But him and Steve will apparently get together for the sequel. So if you guys love it so much, get ready for more Minecraft. I think, guys, I'm going to say it. It made money, of course, at Angel. And also, I'm guessing this might reach $1 billion. I'm just going to say it. It might reach $1 billion. But will Now You See Me 3 become $1 billion? I don't know, but they're already planning a Now You See Me 4, guys. And 3 doesn't even come out till this. It's like, you know what I mean? The fact that 3 is already like done, shot in the can, but isn't in theaters. It surprised me that the conversation of 4 is happening. But Ruben Flesher, who's the director, came forward at CinemaCon, and he said, guys, we have a date already. We're moving forward. We're going to make this happen for a 4th one because we believe in the 3rd one that much. Now, the first 2 were like years ago. The sequel's finally coming out November 14th of this year. You got Jesse Eisenberg. You got Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, Dave Franco, Morgan Freeman, a big cast, but also joining the new one, Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, and Ariana Greenblatt are joining this cast as a new generation of illusionists that are going to actually be kind of like a rival with the old illusionist group. But it's like if you guys haven't seen these movies, it's like magic and bank heists all together. Big movie coming forward. I'm surprised they're already planning a 4th, but you know what? They probably feel like we got these actors in this world. Let's just keep pushing them forward. Please no more Jesse Eisenberg. He's not done. And they're also not done. Again, movie that's not out, but still coming for a sequel, How to Train Your Dragon. The live action version is already working towards a sequel. Now, this comes out June 13th, coming this June 13th in theaters, but they already have a date set, June 11th of 2027 for the sequel to How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action version. Dean DeBlois said this. He's all excited, the director, filmmaker of the animated and the live-action franchise, and he's excited to see where they go forward. So, guys, if you're excited about this, you're getting another one, too. But you know what? I wish that work would come back to LA because the sound stages are sitting empty. Guys. Now, the numbers are stunning on this because they go back to 2016 through 2022. 90% of the sound stages were full. You know, and the thing is, like, there was a little dip, of course, during COVID, but generally, during that time period, 90% of sound stages. And some of them actually sat with productions waiting to come back for a long time with all the sets there. So they were full. But now, as we've been going through the years, we dipped to 69% in 2023, down to 63% in 2024, and the numbers are only lower. They're projecting for 2025. Productions are leaving town quite a bit. We need to bring these back. And they're saying, again, they're trying not to blame the productions, but the number of episode counts, they're saying, because we're down to like 8 episodes and 10 episodes. They're saying that is why. That's why the producers and the studios are saying that's why they're vacant. But I think it comes down to one thing. Bring the work back to LA. It's time, guys. Get these tax incentives pushed. Push productions to be like, hey, come back to LA. All the talent's here. 3rd, 4th generation people that worked in the business, bring it back here. If you don't, we will be Fubarred forever. And Fubar is coming back, guys, for a 2nd season. That's great. June 12th, Schwarzenegger is coming back. Ex-retired CIA agent gets back in the field when he finds out that there's another person that's been kidnapped or out and about. It's his daughter. And they team up in the 1st season for Netflix. It did so well that Schwarzenegger is coming back again for a 2nd season, debuting this summer, guys. I enjoyed the 1st season. It was fun. Why not? Schwarzenegger's got nothing to hang out with his donkeys. You know, he's got whiskey and cocoa. He's hanging out with them all day. Put him back on screen. Get him back to work, guys. I'm all excited. But of course, he's played the Terminator, massive, amazing robot franchise, just like Gundam's coming, guys. And Gundam now has Sydney Sweeney in final negotiations to be playing the one of the leads in the new Gundam live-action franchise. Now, Legendary is doing this. Talking about this a while. We're talking about Voltron versus Gundam at one point. But Sydney Sweeney's going to be one of the main parts. They're not saying her role. They're not giving plot details. But they are pushing this franchise forward. Now, reps of Legendary, not saying shit. staying quiet. Of course, they're staying fucking quiet. That's what happens. But we're going to get that Mecha Robot series from the 70s all till now coming back. They're expecting big numbers for this franchise. And again, having Sydney Sweeney in here, it's only going to help. It really is. And do you think that Jared Leto will help Tron? We're going to find out very soon because Tron Ares is coming out October 10th. And the first trailer officially dropped at CinemaCon. And we've been waiting for a long time. Guys, looking back, Tron 1 came out. I mean, first of all, Tron 1 came out in 1982. Long fucking time ago. Tron Legacy was 15 years ago, guys, in 2010. And now we're finally getting a sequel. We know the dude's coming back. We know that there's probably going to be other characters bleeding in here, but Jeff Bridges, I think it's a cameo, but I'm excited to see where this goes. Let's watch the trailer fast, so, 'cause I want you guys to see it. Here's the new trailer for Tron Ares. And also, 9 Inch Nails doing the score, guys. Pretty epic. Here it is.
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
Woo! Is that attempted murder? This thing. I think it is. The Grid. Which is like them in the real world they were trying to do in the last movie, but they didn't make it out, but apparently they made it out.
For something.
I wonder how they're going to handle
Something
that.
I
Like,
do
are we
not
even going to get
understand.
any resolution from that and all that Flynn's back kind of shit?
He's a jump into the future.
Hey, Jillian. All right, there you go.
Worlds will collide. Light cycles. Third Tron epic.
Oh, that guy.
Evan Peters.
Yeah.
From the show.
Ready?
Sounded like I heard
Jeff
that.
Bridges. There he
Jeff
is.
Bridges.
Because there's no going back.
You can hear that 9 Inch Nails.
That track. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I'm
can hear
gonna
it.
listen the hell out of that.
I mean, I love what Daft Punk did in the last one, but I think if you can't get Daft Punk because they're retired, of course, 9 Inch Nails, guys, you know?
I mean, it probably is a different tone than the first one.
They're retired.
It feels a lot darker than the first. I guess the second one.
Yeah.
I can imagine 9 Inch Nails would probably match the tone that I think they're going for here. I'm saving it for hot takes. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're
What?
good.
Are you though? Are you giving it to us now?
I mean, a little bit of blur there. I gotta tell you though, you know what Tron kind of reminds me of though too? Simulated world, we're in there. The Matrix, guys, and Lawrence Fishburne came forward to talk about the Matrix, right? Resurrections. That was the last one, right? We had Revolutions, Resurrection, whatever. There's so many. They're working on a new Matrix though, and he was on The View, and they were asking him like, "Why weren't you in the last one?" And he's like, "And you would be in the next one." He's like, "Guys, they didn't respond well when my team reached out saying he wanted to be in the last Matrix movie," and I'm like, how does that make any sense? I wanted to have him back as Morbius. I think it was weird having like a younger kind of version of him. And also like on top of that too, where's fucking Mr. Smith, Hugo Weaving? I wanted him there too. But they said he had a contract or conflict of a work conflict. He couldn't do it. But they never said anything about Fishburne. Now Fishburne said that, yeah, he said it depends on the circumstances if he comes back for the next one and who is involved. Because before he said he offered his services for that fourth movie and they didn't say they just said they didn't want his services. They just said, we don't want your services for this. And he goes, I wanted to come back. They can give a reason. And then nothing happened for him, which to me doesn't make sense. He was like the biggest. You have him and you have Keanu. That is the Matrix, and you have Trinity, the three of them, the Holy Trinity. Like, how do you not bring him back when he's available, ready to come back? And the last one was fucking disappointing. I'm giving it a womp womp, Queen. Fucking massively disappointing. I don't know why you wouldn't bring him back. Amazing talent like him, but they didn't do it. And honestly, this makes me think that loses faith in the Matrix moving forward. We should probably let the sleeping dog lie, or the sleeping bear lie, but I bet they're gonna just kind of cash grab it and make more money off us. It's what happens. And I hope that Dune 3 isn't that way, because I love Dune, guys. The first two were so great, but Dune Messiah is coming, and they apparently want Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson to be one of the leads in the new Dune movie. Okay, Timothée Chalamet is coming back. Zendaya is coming back, of course. We have Denis Villeneuve coming back to direct it. He's been writing the script, and as he's finishing up the script, they're apparently in negotiations to have Pattinson himself come in to play the role, and I'm going to butcher the name of this, and that's fine. Hopefully Sean can help me. Skytail?
No.
Shytail.
I think it's Scytail.
Scytail. There we go.
Just agreed that we'll never. It's Scytail.
Scytail. One of them will be involved, I think, in the next one, Edward Hyde. Scytail. So a Scytail is now, here's even more butchering from Brian right now. He's a Telazinu face dancer. Well,
face dancer. All you need. He's a shapeshifter. You guys are going to love him. All right. Save it for Hut.
There he is. He's a shapeshifter that's trying to take down Paul Atreides. So, guys, we'll see if he's going to actually sign on. I bet he will. Pattinson is so hot right now. Everybody wants him. And everybody also wants the Schumacher cut. Release the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. We were talking about this last week, and I know Sean probably has a lot of comments on this. We'll talk about Sean in a little bit. But ever since, Schumacher passed away, there was a fan uproar being like, can you release the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever? Now, he apparently finished his cut. The studio changed it. It was supposed to be a darker tone. There's supposed to be a big, massive bat in there at one point, haunting Bruce Wayne. But now that Val Kilmer, unfortunately, R.I.P. Val, passed away, there is a massive movement called Release the Schumacher Cut going online. People are screaming for it, asking for it. Honestly, guys, release it. You're going to get some money, special anniversary, whatever it takes. Put it in theaters for limited supply. There's not much overhead. It's done. Release it. Make some money. Make a fucking popcorn bucket, and you'll make massive money. Like the Thing's popcorn bucket for Fantastic Four is out, guys. It's out. I know Sean's excited. We love our popcorn buckets here on Kruse Control. We fucking love them. And you apparently open the head of the thing and reach your hand in there and eat the popcorn and then pull his brains out. I mean the popcorn out and eat it. Yeah, guys, these popcorn buckets are never going to stop, never going to end. And you know what? The popcorn wars will go on forever. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. I just got to say, I wasn't surprised by the popcorn bucket, Sean. Wasn't surprised. We knew it was coming.
Yeah, you knew they were gonna do something. There's I think there was a graphic artist who did some concepts previously before this, and I thought those were pretty cool. One was like for each character in the Fantastic Four. To just get a head bust of the Thing, that's perfectly cool with me. As someone who owns, when the hell did this come out here? A 2001 plush Thing bust. I don't need this one. I don't need this.
I had to look real close.
But yeah.
What's going on? Well, it's probably, the one thing they might add to this popcorn bucket, though, Sean, is a orifice in his mouth. A lot of breaking news there, buddy. A lot of breaking news.
Where are you going with that one, Brian?
They did it for Deadpool.
You don't want to know where he's going with that.
It's fun. Oh. It's hump day. I get it.
I could have a Wednesday? Jeez.
It's for easy access to the popcorn. That's what it's for.
Uh-huh.
A lot of breaking news there, buddy. Everybody, now it's that time for those hot takes. This is that time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute. Break down all their hot takes on all of the latest breaking news. Now, it was supposed to be 11. I've been swearing I've been sticking to 11, but we had that breaking news coming in for Weezer, so you can do all 12 or do all 11. It doesn't matter if you hit them all. It comes down to you, the audience. You decide who wins hot takes. And I can't wait to find out who will be our hot take extraordinaire for episode 319. I can't believe it's 319. It blows my mind, guys. 319 of, again, Kruse Control. Thanks, guys, for being here. And let's go to our panel. All right, everybody. Who is going first on the hot takes? Thirsty Daddy.
Wait. Before anyone says anything, I'm saying I'm the only woman here tonight, so I want to go last because I don't want to influence any of the boys tonight. I'm trying to help.
How appropriate. That's
GR,
fine.
Is that okay, GR? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's fine by
I have
me.
no authority. My bad.
Okay.
As he always wants to be the best, he let Sean lead off.
Yeah, I'll lead it. That's
Ooh.
fine. Did it last week, too. I can lead off again.
Lead off again, Sean.
I can tell I'm getting older and wiser because I wrote down again little bits for everything. So thank you, Paul, for teaching me the way. And Mike, you also, I think, used to write shit down. So I'm going to write things down. And I'm going to look here, but try and do the jokes. There you go. Let's do it.
Good, man. It's okay to have notes for hot takes. It's totally fine. There's no regulations against that.
Well, a lot, you guys. And if
It's
you do
5
that in a
seconds.
minute,
It's 5 seconds. It's a lifetime of
Hey,
time.
Sean,
comment.
we all do it, Sean.
Oh my God. Wow. Look at the caliber of talent you brought together, Brian. That's great.
You can totally just do 11. You don't have to do the Weezer one.
That's 12.
no.
12. We're going for it.
All right, Sean, without further ado, let's make these hot takes happen, Sean, because it's hump day. It's your day of the week. No pressure. No fucking pressure. You got that twinkle in your eye? I see it. I see it. Get frothy, get foamy, get sexy. It's hot take time, Sean. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Ooh, that looks just like a bullet hole. Get back in the house. Oh my God. For Minecraft, I own 2 Minecraft vinyl soundtracks. So you got me with the Minecraft stuff. I'll never see the movie Chicken Jockey. It's a big deal. Now You See Me 4. Now you won't be seeing me at the theater for this one. There's the joke. How to Train Your Dragon. More like How to Train Disney to do proper live action movies. You suck, Disney. Cheaper to film in Ireland and fly audience. That's got to change. Got to get people back to LA. Got to be filming locally. We got to do some more shit. Fubar, I got nothing for it. Don't watch it, but God bless Schwarzenegger for doing his thing. Tron and 9 Inch Nails. Sign me up. I'll buy that soundtrack for $1. I own the first one. Lawrence Fishburne. What else is he up to? They didn't do much with his character in the latest Matrix movie. Might have dodged a bullet in Bullet Time. Pattinson is Skytail the Face Dancer, as long as he sounds like Mickey 17. Honor Val Kilmer, release the Schumacher cut. Popcorn Bucket thing, it's a bust. Still not as good as Yoko Ono Popcorn Bucket. That was from last week's joke. All right, there we go.
Great hot takes, Sean.
Thanks, Johnson.
I don't think I'll ever do as well as Yoko Ono Popcorn Bucket. I really don't. I think I've peaked. I peaked at Yoko Ono Popcorn Bucket.
Oh, snap. Thirsty Daddy coming in hot. Great hot.
My God.
Well, it is Yoko. She's a joke in and of herself.
The thing with the Schumacher cut is really interesting, and I want to get back into that. So probably I'll shut up now. How about that?
Oh no. Well, we're definitely going to talk about that during the quickie time. You know.
Cool.
We'll definitely save it for a quickie, man. Save it for a quickie.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you for the lovely, comments in the chat. Wishing me well. Thank you.
Yeah, Laura. All right, Laura. We're not going to you now. You can go last. We're gonna send it over to the
I'm
thirsty.
last.
No,
I'm
Yes.
That's what he just said, Laura.
We're gonna send it over to the thirsty daddy because he's got some thirsty takes about to come in hot. So, all right, GR, let's make these happen. All right, for a hump day. You feeling good?
Let's do it. You know I am.
You feeling solid? You feeling firm on these hot takes?
Yeah, we'll get through it. Let's do it.
All right, hot takes, GR, in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Sounds like Scott's wife was trying to commit suicide by cop. A Minecraft sequel? I'm shocked. I'm not going to see it, but I'm shocked. Now you can see me 4. I'll see 3 first, okay? Less soundstage rentals. Could be something to do with our taxes and costs here in California. Fubar Season 2. I love Season 1. Go, Arnie. Train My Dragon. Another one of those waste of time. Sweeney joining Gundam. Great ad. I love her. Tron 3 Ares. Can't wait. Lawrence, you're smart not being in the last one and avoid this one, bud. Pattinson and Doomsday, can't wait to see it. Love the book. Hope it leads up to it. Will we get Shoemaker's cut? Could be, and I hope we do. Fantastic 4 bucket. I don't want to eat out of the thing's head. Sorry.
Come on, GR. Come on. Great hot takes.
This invisible I eat out of her head, but not great.
Not ahead, GR saying. Great hot takes, Jared. Great hot takes. No head.
She got it.
All right.
Edward, fucked up beyond all repair.
There we go. What does Fubar stand for? GR was waiting for that one. You know?
Oh, boy.
We had that conversation earlier today. GR was like, nobody knows that. Oh, Sean, you're muted. Can't hear you.
Fubar. Fuck.
You're talking to on the break.
I'm just trying
Sounds
to
like business call. Business call.
guys.
So Hollywood.
It's okay. Sean. It's okay. All right, Laura. It's Laura's turn for these hot takes. Laura, how you feeling about this?
Yeah, the loud and ever opinionated Laura. I have nothing to hold back as usual. You guys know this about me. Like, I'm not a shy girl.
There's no room for shyness here on Kruse Control, right? There's just no fucking room for that. No, we're all about getting in there, having a good time, and making a name for ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how I feel. We've all been out here for 20 years trying to make a name for us.
I know. You know
we have one
it's
on Kruse Control.
There we go. It's happening tomorrow. It's happening tomorrow. It is like boom, beyond everything. You know, we're gonna cross that 10K and go to the fucking circus. I don't know. All right, Laura, here we go.
I feel like I'm in the circus. What are you talking about? Go to the circus. I'm in it.
We are. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Okay, here I go, you guys. Okay, Weezer, first of all, don't bring a gun to the cops. Let the cops bring the guns to you and put your gun the fuck down. What are you thinking? Sorry, there's a bleep there. We're gonna have to bleep that out later. You guys, Minecraft. Okay, so everyone in this little group hated it, and they hated the trailer. I loved it. I thought all the little animals were cute. It's a kid's movie. It's fun, and I vote yes. I know you all hate it, but you guys were all old, and like this is what the youth likes. Now you see me jump scare me. All I want is a good jump scare. Scare the pants off me. That's all I want, and I'll go see it. How to Train Your Dragon. You guys, I love turning into like a 5-year-old. That's gonna do it for me. I know everybody's over it, but I thought it was the cutest movie ever when it came out, and I'll go see it again. Going back to LA every single time. I want it here. Fubar, as far as Schwarzenegger goes, he is forever the governor. Bring him back. Tron 3, that 9 Inch Nails soundtrack is intense and deserves everything. Sweeney, yeah, she's hot. She bring her in. Fantastic Four, yeah, heck yeah, why not? We should have the bucket. The Matrix, keep the glasses, keep the trench coat, or don't do it. That was insulting. Skytail Patterson should glitter. He needs to glitter in Dune 3. And Schumacher, I want to see it. Okay. To me. Schumacher,
release it. Great. Takes.
Dang, it's never enough time. I'm excited, you guys. Thanks for letting me do my takes on all the hotness. It's so hot in here. I'm hot.
it's getting very hot up in here. Great hot takes, Lauren.
Thank you. I had fun. Thank you guys for letting me go last. I just didn't want to. I mean, I think I definitely have different opinions than everyone. It's because I'm a girl.
That's it.
We all have different opinions. It's good. That's what we're here. You know, that's the idea.
It. I like kids' movies, and I liked the Minecraft trailer. Everyone was like, this is so dumb. I wasn't even on that show, Brian. I don't know if you remember. I was watching the audience, and everyone was kind of like, this is so stupid. And I was like, those panda bears are really cute.
I wasn't a big, honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the trailer. And I went into it, Laura, being like, this is probably going to be absolute hot trash. But it's fun. It's fun. You can tell they're having fun.
It could be. You guys, it's a video game. That's right. Remember, my big shtick on this show is always how much I love like video game movies. You approach them from a different angle. And like this generation of kids, I don't know if you guys know kids. I know some kids, so I can like kind of operate in this space. Like they love it. It's fun. It's a giant playground where like anything can happen. It's not hard to write story into open, imaginative, creative spaces. A good story, that's a different thing. But I mean, it was cute from the trailer, and I was like, it's going to be a fun ride if you don't go in like a serious. Don't be a grown up when you go see stuff like this. You guys turn into a 5-year-old.
Yeah, people are. I feel like some theaters, or I might have read this wrong, but like I think some theaters have been like, kids can't come to this anymore because all they're doing is yelling "chicken jockey" at the fucking screen or some shit. I don't know.
Kids, it's a movie. It's not made for adults. Like it's not an adult movie, guys.
I thought this looked like the dumbest thing ever. It was like, why are we getting a movie about this? Just let Minecraft be this nebulous thing of creativity and whatever. But like, kids love it. I know. Like I think my nephews play it. Like, yeah, I don't know.
My attitude is like, if you are going in that theater, you are walking into their world. That is their world. Minecraft is like a children's, like, of course adults can have fun playing it, but it was made for kids, you guys. Like,
adults ruin everything.
It's their world. We're just living in it.
Exactly. Adults ruin everything. Let Jack Black do whatever. Let Jason Momoa collect a paycheck. That's fine.
They were having a fun time. You can tell they're having a fucking fan. They wanted that movie. Honestly, like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's have a good time. It's gonna bomb. Let's have a great time. And then it blew up. You know.
Of course.
Behind the scenes of like the cast messing around again, like it just felt like a fun thing to be a part of. Like they didn't.
It is a fun thing, right? Like who doesn't want to be in a movie where anything can happen, in a world where anything can happen? It's fucking Minecraft. Like, I don't know. People take themselves too seriously, and I think Minecraft's a way to like be part of a kid.
Yeah. You know? Now, if it was A24's Minecraft, we'd probably be having a different conversation.
Oh, whole different
I would like to see that movie, though.
I don't. I don't.
You would not. You would not have. There was some dialogue I laughed my ass off. Like, there's this thingy, and this thingy kind of goes into this other thingy majigger, and they go in there together, and they make a door that opens. That's all we have to say about it. And I'm like, oh, lazy writing.
Flint and steel thing. They like start like. I don't know. My Instagram algorithm was just showing me the top 7 reactions to Jack Black saying chicken jockey. And I was like, I don't need to know this.
Or volcano chicken. Is that a thing in the games? Volcano chicken. He's like, we got that volcano chicken. It's going to be good. You get that chicken in the volcano when it burns. It's so good. I'm like, what the hell are we doing?
I built a house in Minecraft. That's about it.
Oh, well, you know what Minecraft's building now? A lot of fucking money. That's what it's building. It's building a lot of money.
Yeah, but it always has been. And like, thank God this movie. I mean, if you don't take yourself too seriously, you'll have fun. That's all. Just have fun. I don't know.
Great hot takes, everybody.
You know, it's legal in California. Go smoke some pot and watch Minecraft. So you might be a better person for it the other
That's probably the best way to watch it.
It probably is. Or have a few beers and go in there and have a few more in the theater. Support your theaters. A lot of breaking news, everybody.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Great hot takes. All right. Well, while you guys are deciding who is our hot take master, we're taking a beat. But I'm going to first put it out to you. Who's going to win hot takes? It's not up to me. It's not up to Pep Star. It's not up to GR. It's up to you. So I'm starting the poll right now. You tell us who wins hot takes for episode 319 here on Kruse Control. And while you guys are doing that,
look at that begging for votes.
Hey.
No shade.
While you're doing that, let's take a quickie. All right, everybody, it's time for some quick takes. We're going to break down all the latest breaking news together as a cohesive unit in our own way within 10 minutes. I'm going to start the clock right now, and let's get into our quick takes. All right, everybody, let's talk about a lot of breaking news. So, very quickly, Sean, Dune, Battinson himself, is this the man, the myth, the legend to play Skytail or Skatail or Skladale? What do you think, man? Is it going to be great?
I am all for that. If you're not going to get Henry Zabrowski to be a face dancer, might as well be Pattinson. Again, a big fan of the Dune books, big fan of this franchise. They're playing the Lynch version down at my local theater later this month. You know I'm going to be there with my Dune popcorn bucket. Still a fan. I think Pattinson's doing a ton of cool shit in his career. It makes sense for him to do this. Why not? Why the fuck not? I think he's got. He'll probably bring a pretty faithful adaptation or just his take on the character. I think it's been good. I think everyone. I've enjoyed these movies. What else do you?
They're great, man. They're fucking great. From the popcorn bucket down, acting. Great. You know me. I'm fucking hating Chalamet all the time, but he's great in these movies. You know.
Honestly, yeah, I've been super happy with all of them. I think they're very faithful adaptations for the most part. It's a reimagining, it's an interpretation, it's whatever you want. It's just good fucking content, and it's great. It's great that more people are being introduced to Dune and the works of Frank Herbert. I'm all for it.
I love you.
There you go. So what people want more, Sean? Do they want Battinson in Dune, or do they want that Schumacher cut, man? What do they want?
That's the thing is, like, I think we learned the wrong lesson from the Snyder cut, right? We should not be rewarding toxic fandom in this way. And I think the reason we haven't gotten a Schumacher cut is likely because we are in a completely different time than when we got the Snyder Cut and all that kind of, hooey, right? No one could go to a theater. There's all these projects were getting stuck or stalled because of COVID. It was there and they wanted to do it. And they're like, well, we got to stay relevant somehow. And that's why they did it. Schumacher cut. I mean, if this thing isn't being talked about on the anniversary, or, with so close to Val Kilmer's death, I don't know when else you're going to do this. But
it's the time.
It still bothers me that we just, as fans, we're so toxic and bullied this corporation to do this and give Zack Snyder more money than he could probably ever use effectively. Yeah.
I mean, Laura, you're pretty strong about this too.
Yeah.
Do you agree with Sean that this is the time with Val Kilmer passing away? Or because before it was like people were like Schumacher, Sean. They were like about Schumacher passed. Well, when release that, right? But now that Val Kilmer's gone, he was the Batman for a generation. Is this the time for that Schumacher cut, Laura?
Man, yeah. Oh God, you guys, Val Kilmer. Can we I don't know, Brian, how much you've talked about this on the show, but what a loss in our community.
Yeah.
And I mean, it probably is time for anything that has to do with that. I don't know if you guys have watched the documentary that Val Kilmer put out.
So good.
Oh my God.
Thing, right?
Yes, it's so fantastic. And in a way, I do think dropping the Schumacher cut would honor him, but also take attention off of him right now in a time that when you pass, there's all this prime on your work. So what a delicate time. But I think everybody wants to see it. So why withhold from fans and the public what they want to see? You know what I mean? I don't know. And Schumacher, come on, so talented. To me, I feel like it's been withheld too long anyway. So why not release it now? I guess, right?
I think it's time. I think why not? This is
going to do it. Yeah.
It's the perfect opportunity. Like Sean was saying that too. It's a perfect opportunity. You just had I mean, especially people are thinking about Val Kilmer so much right now.
Right.
They're going to go to theaters. Water. It's okay. It's good. That could be vodka for all we care here, Sean.
Stay hydrated, kids. Get a lot of sunshine when you can.
Yes, okay. and watch Minecraft, right, GR? Watch Minecraft. You want to go out there and see that. GR's going to go see it tomorrow, right, GR?
You better.
Wrong, Batman.
You'd rather see Schumacher cut, wouldn't you?
Oh, hell yes.
Do you think there's a chance it could happen, GR, or no?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance it will. I mean, they're getting a lot of call for it, so eventually they'll do it.
I feel like it's got to happen, GR. I feel like it has to happen, just like, they're going to keep making Matrix movies too. Do you think that there's any way the Matrix should continue, GR?
If they're not going to use our man, what's the point? I mean, it's as you said, it's half the core of the movie.
It's they're part of the whole trinity of it, which they have Trinity in there for a reason, but it's part of the whole Trinity, It just bugs me out that he wasn't even asked, not even asked.
That to me makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, GR, I know, and what makes more sense is another Tron movie, if you ask me. And I'm excited about Tron Ares.
I have some Tron lighting going on over here. Sorry, guys.
You look like it, Laura. You look like you've just entered the grid, which is fine.
Seeing lighting. Here, I'll just do this.
Oh, there we go. Some mood lighting.
It's very Tron.
It's Neutron because there's a lot of red, a lot of black in there. Did you love that trailer, Laura? Are you excited about it?
I did. You guys, I'm a huge Nine Inch Nail fan, and so everyone knows why this happened. I mean, I do love Brian's interpretation of just saying well, retirement, but in actuality, here's what's going on, you guys. People in their 30s and 40s are in charge now. So anything that was popular when we were in our teens to 20s is coming back, and Nine Inch Nails is just yeah, we'll handle it.
I fucking love that. Well, Trent Reznor, he's doing all this stuff. He's done some amazing scores, Laura. He really has.
Yeah. No, I actually love Nine Inch Nails. I don't know if you guys know, one of my favorite Halsey albums is produced by Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor, and specifically, I actually love everything about Trent, and I think this is perfect for him. If you guys have heard that Halsey album, it could probably go right on the soundtrack. And it's edgy, and it's just it's nice to hear new stuff from him, and I think he does soundtracks well, and yeah, I'm for it. I agree.
Fuck yeah, right? Sean, do you agree with Laura that Trent Reznor,
I'm trying to get a light on
9 Inch
for you guys.
Nails, this is the cut? This is how we make Tron work now? Because the 2010 one, Sean, I loved Tron Legacy. I know a lot of people fucking hate it.
It was
A lot of people
brighter,
fucking
it
hate
was
it.
poppier, I think, than a lot of people anticipated and expected, but it still very much felt like. I mean, I own the soundtrack too. It's great. Like it still was a very good,
Right.
a good. I enjoyed it. I thought the movie,
grid.
the evolution of the grid, the evolution of Tron itself, like felt very real and believable. I'm very excited for the 9 Inch Nails aspect of it. Obviously, I'm a big fan of The Watchmen. That show that they did in like all the alternate universe of 9 Inch Nails that they did, all those soundtracks. I think it was like a series of 3 or something like that. That was great. I got a little nervous during the trailer though, because I got like some Westworldy vibes.
Well, I
like,
can see that.
In the later
Wait,
seasons,
Sean, you don't like Westworld? What's going on
not
there?
the later seasons. Who the fuck like the later seasons? No, like it got
Okay,
so
you got
it
to
got so
specify
dark.
because the early seasons were very good. So you can't just
Oh,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
all of Westworld sucked. Like,
No, I agree. No, I think Westworld could have gone in like I don't like where they took Westworld. I'll say that.
no, post season 2, they lost me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I got really nervous with it because I was like it's really dark, and then the red saturation stuff, like obviously that's coded evil because of Tron and what we've like expected from that. I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm excited because it's still Tron. Give me more of that, of course. Yeah, I might be with you too there, Edward. I mean, Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto.
Unless he pulls a Morbius, we'll see.
People
That's
really
always
fuck.
but
I gotta
he's a
tell you, Jared
polarizing
Leto factor. He's polarizing, Sean, but like, he's always like he can be really great, but then he can be like fucking god awful. You know what I mean? Because it's
I'm hesitantly optimistic, I think would be the word for me with Tron. I think definitely with I was very excited when they announced 9 Inch Nails involvement. But you know, they have a huge shoes to fill, right? Like
big shoes.
You announce that. I think they might have announced that before Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Wait, but that's a question. Like, would anyone debate that Jared Leto's just like, sorry, Jared, a big weirdo? Like, you never know what you're gonna get, is what people are saying. He's like a weird guy. He's weird. I don't know. We'll see like what's gonna happen. I feel like he's like the X factor that's like could ruin it, could be the best thing you've ever seen. Jared
I like
is,
to think he was very unique.
Yeah, that's
weird.
I think being
but
broke
mine sounds nicer.
It does sound nicer, but I'll tell you, like the whole thing with what happened with Suicide Squad, where he was like sending rats to his dead rats to his coworkers and used condoms, because that's what the Joker would do, and so much so, and he wouldn't shower, and so then he's trying to make out Margot Robbie, and she's like, he smells really bad, he doesn't brush his teeth. To me, it's a step too far.
Bro, you're going too far. Al Pacino would like slap you across the face and be like, "You don't need to do this." Like, all those. I don't know if you guys know this. Like all those older guys in Hollywood. Yeah, all those older guys in Hollywood, like De Niro, Pacino. They're like, "What is wrong with you youth? Like, what did your teachers teach you that you have to smell bad, not brush your teeth, and send your coworkers dead rats? That's not how the world works."
It's not how it works. Great quick takes, everybody. Great quick takes. Our time is up. Sean, I gotta change that noise. I have to change that noise. It's like annoying alarm clock.
Felt like I overslept an exam at college. Like that. That's the exact like alarm sound I think I had when you had an alarm clock.
Hashtag triggered.
It's annoying, but you know what it means. We do have a winner of hot takes. All right, everybody.
Dramatic.
You have voted. And now we're going to find out who is our winner of hot takes. And I'm so excited to find out. It's 319. It's 319. All right. Of all of our panel, who is the winner? Is it Sean? Or maybe it's Miss Laura Broncala? Or could it be the Thirsty Daddy, J.R. Waters? You have voted. And our winner of hot takes is
It's too long.
Sean. Something, congratulations, Sean.
God,
It's a repeat. Screek is alive, everyone. Screek is alive, and it's in 2. Wow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your trust in me and for loving Yoko Ono popcorn buckets as much as I do. I promise not to use it next week. Maybe. We'll see.
Great hot take, Sean.
Thank you, guys.
Great hot takes. Everybody across the board. One day we're going to find out what you actually win from hot takes, especially once you guys actually subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't yet and you're putting out there and you're loving Kruse Control, you like it, subscribe. Peppy, what should they do?
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Thanks, Pep Star. We love you, Peppy. Love you so much. Thanks, guys, for being here on Kruse Control. Great hot takes, everybody. Great hot takes. The king of the hot takes of the king of the comics is here. We got to talk about all this crazy Doomsday stuff. Marvel. Let's talk about that in Comic Corner.
All right.
All right, everybody. I want to talk about Marvel, but essentially I want to talk about Doomsday because right now, CinemaCon went on last week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. I figured we push it till today. But Kevin Feige came on the big stage and he's talking about Doomsday. And we all know that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to be Dr. Doom. But he said a big plot point is this. It's the Avengers, the Wakandans, the Fantastic Four, the Thunderbolts, and all the original X-Men fighting Dr. Doom. That's the idea for the next movie, which is a big fucking team up. When they announced Sir Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, James Marsden, my boy, I love James Marsden. Also like Rebecca Romijn and Alan Tudyk, or Alan Cummings, not Alan Tudyk, Alan Tudyk coming back. Alan Cummings. It's like Tudyk on the mind, guys. I love Tudyk. Alan Cummings is appropriate. Coming back to be the X-Men, my idea was like maybe it's X-Men versus Avengers, and I hope that still happens. I hope there's a moment, one fight, you can call it like in the middle of the film, where the X-Men and the Avengers fucking deck it out at least one time for fans, please, guys. And then they all come together and fight Doom, which that'd be cool with me, and I'm really excited to see it because that's the first details we actually heard about this. Some little things are going on the internet. People are saying like Halle Berry was on that chair because Kevin Feige said that he's still going to announce one more like release of talent going to be involved in this too. And Halle Berry said, don't hold your breath because I am not going to be on there. Even though online people are saying that she's in negotiations and the contract's not worked out yet. That's why she wasn't announced. We'll see. Also, they're saying the X-Men 97 might be this. There's a rumor going online that they're going to have like a Space Jam moment where like the X-Men animated versions will dive into this movie too. I think that's too far. I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's reality. I would think it'd be awesome to see, but guys, are we really going to see the X-Men from 97 jump in there? If I were a betting man, I would probably say no. Sorry, X-Men. Sorry. I love you guys, but sorry. But I would say this, though, too. A big thing else they're talking about is a lot of stuff is Robert Downey Jr. It's a big thing. People have been making fun of his hair. Not making fun, but talking about his haircut. Now, a picture came out from his birthday party as they're shooting. He kind of has like broccoli hair, kind of like Superman. And people are going nuts, saying this is going to be not the right Dr. Doom. It's not going to be an accurate one. But they're also saying at the same time, rumors online are going rampant, that Marvel is not just going to have him be a one-off and done, but he's negotiating a new contract to be Dr. Doom into perpetuity. We're talking about that Tony Stark is now going to be Dr. Doom forever. Now, of course, there's some comic lore here where they got switched, where Doom and Tony Stark got switched. We'll talk about Sean with that. But also, does that make sense? This movie is coming out on May 1st of 2026. They still haven't announced Captain America, but I hear he's going to be Captain Hydra in the Fantastic Four. Is that true? Chris Evans, Captain Hydra? A lot of fucking news about Doomsday, guys. A lot happening. And you know what? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I know Sean is excited, but because Sean's excited, I'm going to go to GR first. GR! What do you think about all this stuff? Do you think that you're going to keep Robert Downey Jr. to be here for beyond 2 movies? That's a big, they probably have to pay him like all of Disney's money. Like Mickey Mouse, we'll have to roll out the fucking magic carpet and throw all the money to keep him on, I think. And do you think that this is a good idea? The Avengers, the Wakandans, the Thunderbolts, the X-Men all teaming together to fight Dr. Doom? What's your thoughts about this, GR?
First up, to me, he's never going to be Dr. Doom. I'm sorry, he's not.
There's a lot of people like that, GR. A lot of people think the same thing.
To me, he's going to be Iron Man for the rest of his life.
Do you like anything about bringing the original cast back, though, GR, to do this new franchise we've talked about? Again, Jonathan Majors, would that have been better than this?
Well, Jonathan Majors would ruin the whole show, but we won't.
You're so cranky. You're cranky.
He's a dirtbag womanizer. I have any use for him.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm sorry. But bringing the original cast back, Brian, great idea. I mean, they're all good actors. They did well in their showings. And they bring back Iron Man and kill off Dr. Doom, as far as I'm concerned.
He's not going to die, GR. He's not going to die, Laura. Other they can kill off Dr.
You know,
Doom.
I've still got my sniper rifle, Brian. I can take care of it.
Yeah, GR's like, kill him now. We haven't even seen the
Like,
movie
get
yet.
him
Like,
off here.
he's got 2 movies to do.
Yet,
Laura.
CR. What'd you say?
He's got 2 movies. He's signed on for 2 movies. Plus, like, he'll probably go beyond that. So you can't kill him off yet. GR might be pushing for that, Laura. But
CR, calm down. Pump your brakes. Listen, you guys, I love a lot about what's going on here. I like bringing all the universes together. I'm somewhere stuck between the middle on bringing old cast back because it has been a really, excuse my language again, damn long time. It's been a damn long time, you guys. But I do love the original cast. I feel like it's really hard to change things like this. And I don't know. I think it's like I'm stuck in the middle between like my former years enjoying that stuff and like then wanting something completely new and fresh because Hollywood is recycling so much right now. And we see all the same faces all over again. I won't rub it in too hard that Brian has a little thing for Chalamet. Just coming up every single movie. We talked about Chalamet on my show the other week, Brian, and I was like thinking about you. I was like, oh man, Brian wouldn't like this at all.
Peppy doesn't either, right? Pep Star?
Boom, shakalaka.
Oh,
Thanks,
Peppy. Oh, Pep. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's fresh talent out there, but it just depends on like how we're gonna write it into the timeline, the context, all of it. And like I am torn between my past loving those X-Men movies and all of those universes, and then wanting to see fresh content because I do want to see new work in LA with new actors and new faces. Such a big topic we barely touched on tonight is how much production is missing from Los Angeles. I was out, you guys, I'm off the market. I have a boyfriend. Hands are up in the air. I went to Whole Foods the other day and I
Congratulations, Laura.
Thank you. She did it. She's taken for the moment. No, but seriously, you guys, we were in Whole Foods in Burbank, and there's this thing that says, like, let the credits roll when you go down to the parking garage. And I was like, is it even relevant anymore? Does it even fit like, what is this town going to do when there's no production here and everything is catering to, like, film and film reels and film roll? And it's like, where's production? Anyways, the point I'm getting at is that there's young talent, and I would like to see new productions in town here in LA with new talent instead of recycling the same stuff that we've had for
the same old stale, nasty eye penis. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I do know what you mean.
But I'm going to say this though, Laura, because I'm actually kind of excited for the old X-Men just to give them a swan song. You know what I mean? They never really had their ending. That Brett Ratner movie did not do that great. Like, give them a one-off and let them go out. They're probably going to, the best thing for me is like have them do a big battle. You can kill them all off. Doom can destroy all them, whatever you want to do, and then reboot with new, young, fresh much talent as the X-Men. That's what I
I
think.
agree with you, and I do think that, arguably, that cast was very well cast. I mean, it
So
was
fucking
like
good.
nobody that didn't fit their part. Everybody was perfect. You had generations coming up on this cast, and you're correct in saying that there wasn't like a final button to close it all up and make it neat. So, if this is executed correctly, we're all going to get that gratification that we've been waiting for in this industry, in this little world of X-Men that we've had, and all these crossovers. If they do it wrong, everyone's going to be mad as hell.
Oh, 100%. They're fucking release the Kraken on the fucking on Marvel. It'll be horrible.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is going to be blowing up. You're going to have all the reviewers going nuts. You're going to have all of LA going nuts. You're going to have all of our generation being pissed. I mean, it's a big gamble, right? That's you got to do it right, or just don't do it at all. And I shouldn't even be talking. This should be Sean's stuff. Sean, congrats on your win tonight, by the way. He is a legend of the comic book world, and I want to know what he thinks about it.
Yeah, we gotta give Sean a chance too. But I'm gonna say one thing before I go to Sean though too is that I'm really bummed, but I knew it was gonna happen. That this is all shooting in the UK. You know, it's like they have these massive tax cuts,
UK!
and so they're filming at Pinewood Studios at the UK. And, you know, nothing's keeping businesses or productions here. That traveling circus is setting up shop in the UK more often. And even DC, you know, James Gunn was talking about, like, with everything they're doing, they asked him, will you bring that back to LA? And he goes, well, it depends on the tax incentives, but if it's not there, I'm leaving. Which, again, is the worst idea because we are the hub of Hollywood, and the hub needs a little loving these days, guys. Rub the hub, love the hub, rest the hub.
We don't have
make the hub
people
happy.
in charge to make those incentives really glow. We did have some improvement this year, if you guys didn't know. I think it was $100,000 boost in tax credit, but what that means in LA is like chump change.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
That won't even get you an apartment.
No.
Yeah, can't afford that. Sean, a lot of Doctor Doom stuff, a lot of Doomsday stuff. We spoke Spider-Man last week, and it could have been like it could be going into that, you know, the whole Battle world. But no, with Doom, you think that Robert Downey Jr. will stick around to be Doom forever? And is there something that works for the comics for that? And also, like, that haircut, is that enough to make you think that this is something? You know, the fans did a whole artwork. I'll put that artwork up there too. There was a fake artwork that people are saying it was a comic book where he had that hair, and that's why he looks so different. But here's the hair, and tell us what you think about this, Sean.
Okay, let the man have a haircut. You know, he's a man of a certain age. When my dad started growing his hair out and looking like he does, I said, "Go with God, Dad. You're your own man. RDJ is his own man too. This is who the hell cares? It's a haircut, guys. We got okay. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't like it.
It came out saying he was going to be this Dr. Doom, but it came to find out it was actually a fan that made a fake comic in order to be like, this is Dr. Doom from a different comic book era. And then everybody went fucking nuts online. Like, they're doing this? He's like, what's he fucking wearing? You know what I mean? This is where the internet goes wrong sometimes.
I hate the internet sometimes. The internet was a mistake. Let's be honest. By the way, congratulations, Laura, on the boyfriend. We're really proud of you. So I like there's a lot to unpack here. Can I start off with a little show and tell, Brian?
Sure.
So we were talking about when does Iron Man become when does Tony Stark become Dr. Doom in the comics? Well, I've got it for you. This is Exiles, the first volume, I should say. It's not $5. I don't know why it says that, but issue 23. It's with an Iron Fist. It was a dark storyline for the Exiles. They were a multiversing hopping team. Dealt with a lot of famous storylines from the comic books. Highly recommend you pick it up by Judd Winnick. It's in reprints. You can find a ton of that stuff. That's number one. Dr. Doom did become Iron Man in the comic books. He was infamous Iron Man, and that was after the results of a comic-wide event that left Tony Stark in a coma. And he essentially became just a sentient AI, and Dr. Doom was trying to be a good guy. And I believe it was after Secret Wars this probably came in. Yes, it did. The most recent Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars, not the 80s Beyonder mumbo jumbo. So that happened too. So yes, there's some precedent for this. It's not necessarily main
the Exiles. Have you heard of that before? The Exiles. Is that what it's called?
Exiles. Exiles.
Okay.
And yeah, this is with an iron fist. It was 3 issues, I believe. It's a fantastic story. Read it. Very good. Couple of other things I wanted to mention here. It was interesting. I think we talked about this last week where you were talking we're talking so much about the names we did see. Not a lot of talk is going on for the names we didn't see. And I just thought about this too. I don't recognize, or I'm not even sure if we're going to get anything related to the X-Men First Class, the James McAvoy, the Michael Fassbender era of X-Men. Where are those X-Men? Are they even going to show up? But to me, this is Disney saying, hey, we took a gamble with Deadpool 3 and Wolverine. That worked so fucking much. Let's give it back to them. I desperately want them to relaunch this whole universe. I think it's time. Bring in, to Laura's point, bring in some new cast, bring in some younger audiences, bring in some new talent. Fine. Like, it's okay that things end, guys. I've said this so many damn times.
I am curious. How do you feel about bringing? Like, I love Fassbender. It's like one of my favorites. And then somebody said, I think it was Edward Hyde.
It was great. If you haven't seen Black Bag yet, go see Black Bag. He was great.
Yeah, yeah. Fassbender's a very rare talent. I would say of the ages. But then you also have somebody said, I think it was Edward Hyde said, I think J-Law was Mystique in that, and man, she was a good Mystique. It was interesting, the era of those actors coming up. It was kind of in the comeuppance of actors that that now are like the names, but then they were also young. So do you think that they should come back, or do you think that's too far out and removed from today, or do you think this is the button that everyone needs?
A lot of times when we talk about these franchises and this IP-ness, we talk about what they've set up and what they've shown and how far they have to go to get where it would emulate the comics or look or resemble anything like the comic book universe. To me, this X-Men First Classy universe, the Fassbenders, the McAvoy, all that kind of stuff, that had its swan song with the Days of Future Past X-Men.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
very nice. It was a very nice tie-up. You can make, whatever. If you didn't like it, I don't give a shit. I thought it was a nice attempt to blend the two universes and just say, hey, this had this thing and this had this thing, and that's all right. And the way it ended is it's like, you know what? These characters are going to continue. This universe is going to continue, and that's wonderful, and appreciate it for what it is. But fans are just fucking heathens for this kind of shit, and they want to gom all day long and eat us all much. So, of course, they're going to get this down. And yes, I appreciated Deadpool for Wolverine. I had a lot of issues with Deadpool Wolverine, mostly because it just felt like so much just like, hey,
I loved it.
You want to see? Let's just put him. Sorry, what? Am I going too much? My bad.
No. I think I just said like I had a lot of issues with it too. I did too. It's problematic.
It's studios not learning the right the right thing from the data, right? Like, oh, people were complaining about Snyder Cut. Let's let Snyder do all his shit. I hit my microphone. Sorry.
It's because you're passionate, Sean. You're super passionate.
I care about this shit. I'm sorry. I am in no way financially tied to any of this Marvel shit, though.
I think you don't get a cut?
No, fuck no. Hey,
you guys, Sean's getting a small side cut in a Swedish bank account that we don't talk about on the show.
I don't even want the money. I just, if someone wants to send me a little something and be like, hey, this is Marvel sees you and we love you or something, that's fine. I'll take that all day. I just like talking about it. I think it's cool. These are characters and storylines that people have been passionate about for 60, 70 years, right?
100%. For decades.
Yes, decades. And you grew up with this generational thing, or you find it your own, but everyone comes to these stories because they're hey, that could be me, or hey, I see myself in this character struggle, or whatever. And you can say this, I'm just talking about movies now. Jesus. But I think they saw what worked for Deadpool Wolverine. They said, we got you. We can do one better with that. And here's all your toys from the past 10 years, and we'll throw them in a box for you.
Wow.
I really think that's what they're doing.
I never thought of it that way, Sean. I kind of like that. Here's your toys from the past 10 years.
That's kind of how modern comic events have been like negatively reviewed in the past. It just feels like they kind of pull shit out of a hat. These two characters hate each other, make them fight. Boom, that's it.
That's
Like,
it. And they had those freaking fan fights in that movie for sure. It's like when they had AC/DC playing in their fight. You know what I mean? They really got into it.
Yeah, I mean,
those fights are great.
It's to the converse of that. I am very happy to be a fan and fandom of these characters, of this universe, and just appreciate that we're getting these kind of stories. That this is not something. When I grew up and worked in a comic book store and read comics, I never thought I'd see this stuff on the screen.
X-Men vs. Avengers, right? You ever think that happened?
X-Men vs. Avengers? Fine.
Yeah.
Sean, you're going to have to settle for cartoons, 90s cartoons for the rest of your life.
I don't think we're going to Who Framed Roger Rabbit from Kevin Feige.
Of the X-Men 97, right? You're not going to get that. You're not going to fucking get that shit.
No, I don't think X-Men and the Avengers are going to play together. I think it is going to be something, again, with the battle world idea, with the idea of incursions. I think you've opened the door enough to make these characters interact with each other, and I think the chair montage is just leaning me to think that that's where we're heading. It's just too many coincidences. I'm not sure what else Feige is trying to tease at this point. It's okay not to know everything too, right? Like there used to be trailers that go out that didn't spoil the ending all the damn time.
Yeah.
You just like have to appreciate the moment and secrets, and you just can't have it anymore. And it's I'm on a soapbox. I gotta step down.
No, Sean, this is good. Like, you guys should go back if you haven't watched like a trailer from the 90s. That would be a VHS tape that you need to like put in a VCR. You guys should go. They're on YouTube. You can watch trailers from the 90s. Watch like the trailer for Cocktail. That is not going to tell you the ending of Cocktail.
Oh God, no. It gets real dark.
Old trailers are great. Now it's like they tell you everything.
They tell you everything. Again, it's studios bowing to the pressures of toxic fandom, of chasing a bottom line, of worrying about profitability, no matter how fucking narrow that line is. And
that's why we have so many remakes of the remake of the remake.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yes,
no one's taking chances anymore because they're like, well, shit, I want to go cuddle up with that blanket that feels great, that I know will feel great because I've worn that blanket a million times.
So, John, I have a serious question because I actually can't tell from the way that this conversation has gone. Are you excited to see this, or are you like apprehensive, or like how are you feeling right now? Because this is like your world. So, what's up?
I will always be excited about these kind of movies coming out because to me, I'm grateful that it exists in the first place. Like, I think it's fair to like, I am the first person to tell you, we didn't need a Kraven the Hunter movie. We didn't need a Beast movie.
Fucking Kraven. GR's favorite was Kraven.
We didn't need
right.
But it's okay that they exist because for someone that meant something to them. And I appreciate what they're trying to do. And like for that reason, I will always be excited about these releases. The quality has dropped off immensely, and everyone feels like they have to be quippy McQuick quip. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Daredevil too, because Daredevil, way it started was kind of like, you know what I found out? I don't know if you knew this, Sean. I don't know if anybody knew this. Like I found out today that episode 1, 8, and 9 are all by the new creators. Episode 2 through 7 are some integrated footage that they shot again, but mostly still a lot of the original showrunners. And so like there's stuff that happens in that new Daredevil season that just feels so disjointed. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
That makes a lot more sense now that you like say that. And you know, Brian, you and I have fanboyed and fangirled out on Daredevil. I have told you so many times that I respected the hell out of that show when it came out because
Charlie Cox. Oh God.
Yeah, the GP.
DR's gay for him. It's fine.
You guys, the GP was not known at the time. If most of the director of photography was not really known, I think he had maybe like 3 or 4 indies under his belt, and that was it. And like put together some of the best cinematography out of the gate that I've seen on a television show. Of course, he had a Netflix budget. That's helpful. But you know, that kind of makes sense. And forcing 2 different generations of a show together might not be your best plan.
Yeah, when they learned from it though. At least they hired other people and went back to like the actual people who were doing the original one. And you can tell in episode 8. John, did you watch episode 8 at all?
I did watch episode 8.
Tell the difference.
It
Yeah.
feels different. But this is also the issue that I have with the Disney Plus shows in general. I didn't need episode 3. I didn't need episode 4. Like there's a lot of filler in this that they've done.
I stopped watching after 3 and 4.
I'm not
said,
surprised. I hated whatever the bank job
5.
episode.
5.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Me too. And
I
5 was
hated
so bad they dropped 5 and 6 together because they knew 5.
They did because they needed to hold on to the audience.
5 was never any reshoots. 5 is 100% the original showrunners, not changed. One frame.
Wait, really?
Yeah, episode 5.
It bothers me that they touted this whole thing as like a return to form for the Marvel shows, and this is going to usher this in. But it's still at its core like not a great Disney Plus show. And there are some great moments in it. I especially enjoyed episode 8. I definitely feel like this the kind of just the breakdown that we've been expecting from Daredevil. I really felt Charlie Cox went into that.
Oh my god, right?
And just like but like there were so many points in this thing. I'm like, I'm still watching this.
Yeah.
I'm still watching this, and I want to know where it lands. And I know they got me, but like I know that there are people just as easily as I was like, I got to continue because whatever.
Like, we don't want to watch.
There are just so many people like I'm done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me excited about 9 though. I know GR said you stopped, GR.
But
I'm
gonna finish it out because it's 9, but
but knowing that, GR, would you want to go back in and watch the rest of that? Or are you too far gone?
I might just skip the wrestling start at 8.
I mean, you're gonna miss some big stuff. I'm gonna say you're gonna miss some stuff though, GR.
7 wasn't terrible. 7 was necessary.
I like 7. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting hearing you guys talk about this. I don't know. I'm gonna like really nerd out and reach real deep because I'm gonna go into manga here and anime. This has happened before, you guys, many times with anime, because what happens in anime and manga is that manga is written very slowly, and they start to, when it's really popular and it gets really big, you end up having the TV show outpace the writing, just the same way that we had Game of Thrones go. You have this amazing writing, and then you have a team of writers try to come in and do a job of a master, right? It's kind of like having the junior orchestra come in and write music for the symphony. It's not it's not going to go great. So there was a show called Full Metal Alchemist in anime. I got the tat. If you guys don't know, it's my only tat that I have.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a big one. But the point here being is that what happened was when Full Metal came out, you guys, if you're 90s kids and it was on Adult Swim. And what happened was it outpaced the show and ended up taking this crazy avenue into like some cross-world stuff and some time portals and things like that. And that is not at all how the comic book went, the manga went. And what ended up happening was they just restarted the whole thing. They went back, they wrote a whole other series called Full Metal Brotherhood.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what the first series did, which is like many sets of discs back in the day, if you guys were watching DVDs, it was many seasons on DVD, probably like 8 or something. They went back and did that in like 4 episodes. And they were like, and here's how the rest of the story actually goes. And I feel like they're kind of doing that. The whole reason I'm bringing this up is they're kind of doing that with this Daredevil thing where they're like, okay, there's like all this precursor. How do we work it in and still give it the head bow? Because I think that's so important when somebody starts something and puts care, time, and passion and does it kind of in the right way, and it kind of derails. And Brian, you and I have talked about trying to put 4 TV shows together to make one thing to come together. It's kind of the opposite of the way you usually go, which is that you have a Bible, a main series, and then branch off. And I think that was a big fail on Marvel's part.
Yeah,
right?
But Disney is also failing, Laura, because they can put a Bible together for some, but they don't like to do that, Laura. They don't like to do that. They just like throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. They've been doing that with Star Wars for so fucking long. The fans are going nuts about it. That's why they're canceling Acolyte. They're canceling like Skeleton Crew, which I fucking loved, and now Andor is coming back, and they've spent like hundreds of millions, like a couple $100 million on this series.
Right.
And people still don't fucking love it. And that's a big problem. Now they're trying to add adult themes into that too, which is kind of driving me nuts a little bit. But that's why I really want to talk about Star Wars too, along with the Marvel. It all kind of goes head and head. And there's apparently a rape scene that's happening. I don't care. I'm going to say it. There's a fucking rape. People will like sugarcoat shit, dance around it, say date scene. There's a fucking rape scene in the new Star Wars show. Can we talk about that in our feature story of the night? Love that look, John. So, I love tangents.
I went on one.
But Andor, guys, season 2 is coming out very shortly. End of the month there. They're going to do like 3 episodes they're going to drop. And of course, the first season did good enough to get a second season. But they've spent like, per episode, it's like 10 to 12 million per episode. And that piggy banked into season 2. And there's people that are excited about it. Understand it's more adult, which is what Star Wars has been separate of. But the character of Bix, now this is going online. There have been commentators on YouTube talking about this. The first person to kind of break it was Nerd Nation. What's his name? Nerd. God, I'm going blank on his name. Den of Nerds. And then it kind of branched off from Den of Nerds. But I'll tell you this, like there's apparently a scene in this where the character of Bix, who's Cassian's friend, right now, there's definitely a past love relationship in the show. She's pretty much helping him get different droids and tools and stuff like that. But apparently in the second season, there is a scene where an officer tries to rape Bix. And then Bix goes a whole board and calls this officer out and says, he tried to rape me. And it's like, for Star Wars, I mean, we've been asking for a long time to find out how they do their taxes. Sean knows how they get to work, like what kind of cars or scooters do they take. But Disney didn't listen to us. They decided to say, how do they rate people in Star Wars? That's what they think that the audience needs. And the idea of Star Wars has always been an idea of hope. We start with New Hope, you know what I mean? Hope, fun, children's projects. And I get it. I've always screamed for like more adult themes in Star Wars. I always think it's cool. I was really upset that I thought when I heard about what they were going to do with the second one, where Luke was going to go dark, and then it was going to go into the third one where he was joining the Sith. That sounded cool to me as a narrative, but it always came down to one thing for George Lucas, which was, again, children, kids. It's a kids movie. And when they sold it off for billions and billions of dollars to Disney, of course they're going to go different route. Of course they are. And Kathleen Kennedy is going to be stepping down eventually. We've talked about that multiple times. But for Andor, they've wasted a lot of money on this. I don't think it's the best IP they could do for their franchise. It's a middle ground. It's pretty much connecting tissue into the past franchise, the new franchise. But I think it might be a tad too far. And I love adult themed stuff, but like, do we have to put forward the idea that rape is happening in a galaxy far, far away? I don't think it's necessary. I just don't think it's necessary. I think we should bring the joy, the fun. I love Skeleton Crew because it felt like old Star Wars in a lot of ways. Kids felt like I also kind of felt like a little bit of Goonies. It's like Goonies in space. It was fun. But you know what? That won't get picked up. They pick up Andor and they do these kind of adult things. But I get it. It fits into that world. But is it necessary? I don't think so. And as more people talk about this, we got to keep this conversation going because, yes, rape is a very serious conversation. But is Star Wars the right platform for that? Sean, what do you think?
I didn't know about this. It's when you watch Rogue One, you understand it's a more grounded approach. Andor season 1 definitely continued some of that theme. I'm very surprised that if this is what happens, that this was a direction they said, let's do it. This fits into Andor's darkiness.
Right.
That's not I can't
fathom it. Right?
Again, is it studios taking the wrong lessons from things? Is it? I don't fucking know, man. This isn't cool.
No, which we talked about is how Disney has been kind of, and their trajectory has been going kind of in the wrong direction, whether it be based off of the movements in Hollywood or maybe on top of that, it's them trying to be like, edgier. I don't know, but there's certain things we just don't need sometimes, you know. And like in Star Wars, it's about hope.
Is this confirmed? Did they say this stuff?
They haven't not said it yet, but apparently there have been multiple people that have seen screeners said this sequence is in there, and then she addresses like everyone and points to the person and says, "This person tried to, you know, pity diddy me." You know what I mean? And for me, it's like that's just a step too far, I think.
Yes,
and I get. I love Star Wars. Would you rather see taxes made or
yes.
this? You know what I mean?
Show me how you e-file taxes in the Jedi Council, right? There's a meme going around about, hey, you know, George Lucas gets pissed off every time you ask him, kids that are circumcised, do they got a lower midichlorian count, right?
What? I have never seen that before. What?
Go ahead and look into it. The whole idea of that midichlorians are in the flesh. It's a whole flesh joke. Don't worry about it. I don't like this, man.
It's ridiculous.
The Star Wars stuff it's been so hit or miss too. Like with Obi-Wan, to that point, Obi-Wan felt more like fan service for Laura said, right? Like it's from a certain generation that grew up with that trilogy as their trilogy. You know, like I don't know, man. I'm disappointed if this is what happens.
Me too.
There are much better stories to tell in this universe that doesn't rely on gimmicks, on you know, this kind of shit. That's really sad to hear. Yeah.
No, Laura, as a female perspective here on the show, and I know you love Star Wars, right? You're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I grew up on it. Who didn't of my generation? You know, like that's the movie your parents show you when you're like getting to an age where you can understand things like that, right? Not sexual assault. I'm talking about like Star Wars and government and things like that. It's like when you're 8, 9 years old, you're like figuring out the world, right?
And also, Laura, you know, they're still selling Andor shirts at Disneyland, Disney World.
Right.
They're pushing it towards that generation still. How do you feel just like initially hearing about this news? Do you think this is right trajectory for Mickey Mouse to take with Star Wars?
I mean, I don't think it's a Mickey Mouse issue. I don't even think it's a Disney issue. I don't think it's even, to some degree, a Star Wars issue. I think it's a sci-fi fantasy issue. The whole point of sci-fi fantasy is that we escape the real world, right? And like, I think there's enough content out there addressing it. Maybe I'm the unpopular female opinion, but like, I don't think that fantasy worlds need to address that. There's enough real world shit going on. You could do like a little homage to it without doing a whole shebang on it. And it kind of feels like the after school special I never wanted. You know, it's not the 90s anymore. We don't have to dedicate episodes to like stuff that like is already being covered immensely in popular culture. I think the point of Star Wars is to always address the undercurrent and the underbelly, and like it's always been a socio-political commentary, but not to the things that are at the forefront. Like we don't need to point out the obvious in Star Wars, so I'm not sure why we're doing it. I would like to see more subtle conversation. I would like to see deeper material, and I think it's doing George Lucas a major distrust, a major disjustice, and a major disrespect to take something that's so after school specially and so mainstream in its discussion. That is not the style, it's not the sophistication, and it's not the storytelling that Star Wars does. So I'm disappointed in a major way, just because it feels like fodder for the masses, and it's sad that something that people are universally connected to, that is supposed to be something that's sophisticated, a little bit higher thought, and something that people, whether or not knew they were supporting a different conversation, has turned to mainstream kind of fodder for the animals. I know, again, that might be an unpopular female opinion. I think it could have been done better from what I understand and what I hear is being presented. I suppose I'll have to watch the episode and maybe we can have a follow-up to this where like
I would love to.
I would really like to come back and discuss it after I see it, because maybe I'm making prejudgments that aren't justified. But I have always felt that Star Wars is far more sophisticated than what this conversation is. We all know that sexual assault is wrong. We don't need that shoved down our throats. We talk about it on the show regularly. Like anyone who doesn't know at this point, again, you guys, I'm a little bit more foul than I usually am. Maybe it's Jay Lore speaking through me, but like
Laurel, we brought you to Laurel Land. That's why.
I know, right? You're an ignorant piece
Hold
of
on to your
trash.
butts.
You don't know sexual assault is wrong. We regularly talk about on the show the underlying current and the underbelly of Hollywood. Do we really need to like talk to have this like PSA on Star Wars that sexual assault is wrong? Are you guys? Are you sitting there thinking about your decision? Come on, you guys. Why
are we doing this? You know.
Let's leave that to like the fucking teenage Nickelodeon shows to address. Like we don't need to do that on Star Wars. Let's have a higher conversation as Star Wars and George Lucas has always intended for us to have. Something that's in the subtext that's not so obvious that maybe fans are just like, oh, cool, but like people who can read between the lines appreciate, and that's not what this is. So I don't like it.
Star Trek did that
the
too.
bottom line on this, Brian, is Star Wars is a fucking fantasy. It's to entertain people. We want to get into this serious shit. That's more for episodic television. It's not for what we do here.
Well, GR, that's why I was like, you see what Angel said? Angel said, I think at one point, like he doesn't. There was Angel. There was somebody that said that they stopped watching Battlestar Galactica because there was a suicide. You know, and then also like Queen's like cancel Andor. This is the last season. This is technically done after this. And people stop watching because again, what is GR? What do we do for Hollywood? I mean, what are we doing? We're creating worlds for people to disconnect from reality. That's what it always was. It happened in World War II. That's why it was essential, because it was a way for people to step away from the fucking nastiness to actually have a distraction. And when you bring it to this forefront, in a world that is a franchise like Star Wars, which is definitely not that world, does that stop and hurt the idea of a distraction from reality for you, GR?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, do I know there's dirtbags in the world? Fucking ain't right, I do. And so do you.
Yeah.
Do we have to be reminded about it 24/7? No. We're here to entertain people and make them feel good.
Are we not assuming that every stormtrooper is a rapist? Because I am. Like,
well, they could be, Laura. They could be. I mean, we don't show them though. We don't show them doing that.
You don't need to assume. That's what I'm saying. Of course, you think people like that live in this world. We don't need it spelled out for us. We're not stupid. Star Wars fans aren't stupid.
You don't have to slap me with it to make me realize it.
Yeah, I can see the fish is dead. You don't have to slap me with it, which is exactly what you're saying, GR. And I don't know. You guys, that was my soapbox for the night. Sean, I had to get on mine, and that was mine. And it's funny because I'm a feminist, and I very staunchly believe in women's rights and that television is a medium for good messages. But this is one that, like, you'd have to be, like, on another planet, actually, literally not in Star Wars, to not know the message. You guys, this has been going on forever. Like this message is over. Can we address something new? There's so many other soapboxes to stand on. Yes,
there's
it is
so much more we have to worry about. You're right, Laura. There's so much more we have to worry about. And you know what? We also like. I get if they're. I mean, I understand trying to make a point, but I think that it's the wrong world to make that point in. I think. Oh, Laura's fucking out.
Correct.
Laura's gone.
Sorry.
Like, fuck that. I am done.
I'm like taking my leaning tower of Pisa. That's my tripod tonight, and I dropped the phone.
But that's how I feel too.
I agree, and I don't want to see it mixed in with a culture that's more sophisticated than a message that's been drilled in our head since the 90s. Am I wrong? Am I wrong that like it finally came out in the 90s that sexual assault? You know, we have our old movies where it was okay, like 16 Candles. There's some messed up stuff going on in that movie with drugging and blaming it on women. Like we already moved through this era, you guys. We spent the 90s, the 00s, the 2010s going over this. We saw Rihanna and the Chris Brown situation. I don't know what more do you guys need me to recap? Like we don't need it on Star Wars too.
No,
we don't.
Don't. Yeah, if this comes into fruition,
I really hope this.
Again, this was the thing they said. They watched it, Sean, and they were spreading it to the internet so the internet could know to maybe change it before it comes out. It's not going to change at this point.
Like,
this season drops.
Episode I've ever heard previewed. Like we don't like. What is your audience for that? People that like were in a time capsule from 1990 to 2015.
I don't know. It really bums me out. It really bums me out.
I hope they never air that bullshit.
You know what, GR? Maybe a movement can start that, but I think it's too far gone, too late. Everything's shot. It's coming out in a couple weeks. I mean, they could cut it out. I mean,
either that lesson is already in jail or on trial right now.
Let's be honest. Disney Plus shows are too long to begin with anyway. They really need to. I'm sure they could cut it out if this even exists.
Yep.
Good God, man.
I know. It's not something. It's not my Star Wars, right, Sean?
I'm not saying that shit. I don't want to right now.
Sean says it's all my Star Wars. I earned it.
I tried, GR. I tried.
I like Star Wars just as much as the other guy. I don't really. It was never like big into it. I don't know.
Did you watch Skeleton Crew? Did you watch Skeleton Crew?
I never got to that one either.
It was so fun.
Cute.
Right,
yeah.
GR?
Didn't watch the Acolyte. Didn't watch that.
Well, you didn't miss shit the Acolyte.
Queen had a fun question of, are they trying to shock the audience? And like, that's a great freaking question, Queen. I would love to know the answer to that. I don't think it's shocking though. I think it's something that we've seen since like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I don't know, when I was in high school. What was that? 03 or something? Like, come on, man.
There's a level 2 of like desensitization. Did I say that right? Who knows? But like before the internet, before the adoption of the internet, where everything is just there for you whenever the hell you wanted, like special episodes and stuff like that, like was the thing, right? Like you would do that. Like, was it Tim the Toolman Taylor's kid almost had AIDS or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, Home Improvement. We had our Saved by the Bell specials, right? Yeah. Jesse. I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
Were they doing caffeine pills?
Yeah. She's so scared. She's just so scared.
Sean,
that was the 90s when we didn't talk about it. And now it's been talked to death. And we're all riding the dead horse into the dying sunset, I suppose.
Sean, you're muted.
Star Wars these days.
Sean, you're muted.
Go ahead.
How long?
I've been saying it for a couple times. About 15 seconds.
What was the last thing you heard me say? Desensitization?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I made a really good point. Don't worry about it. But no, like even there was something come out recently about the Power Rangers where it was like, hey, it was pretty fucked up that we put a black kid in Black Ranger and an Asian girl in the Yellow Ranger. That was very stupid of us. Yeah, we know it was. Yeah. Like we didn't have it in that lens.
Thank you.
We as a society go and accept it, but like, yeah, man, I don't know. I thought the cart is the horses left the barn or whatever. On like everyone kind of knows this is not shit you do on a Disney Plus show. I don't know, man.
Still very diverse cast for the Power Rangers.
Can you just like look past that and go like, yeah, that's dumb, and enjoy the show for what it is? If that's like stopping your day, are you gonna make it through the world? I don't know, you guys. It gets a lot worse out here than that. Like
it does.
You don't have to put it in everything. That's the bottom line.
Again, entertainment.
There we go.
My dad always said I was too sensitive. I feel like the world's too sensitive for even me now, and that's a problem.
Well, there's always a fine line. There's a fine line. At the end of the day, this is an entertainment thing. What's we do? We talk entertainment. That's what we do. In Star Wars, is entertainment, a distraction, a relief from the real world. And it was targeted towards kids before. I get changing of the guard. I get how things adapt. But at the end of the day, don't forget the magic of Star Wars and how it can brighten our imaginations, make us believe that we're in an inclusive world where anybody can be friends. And also, to the day, we're here to have some fucking fun. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control, guys. Appreciate you as always. Happy Hump Day. Thank you, guys. 319. And I gotta say, thank you as always for being here. My amazing technical director himself, the Thirsty Daddy, GR Waters. Thanks, GR.
You're welcome, Brian. It was a pleasure.
Appreciate you, GR.
Very knowledgeable people to be there with us.
Yeah, it was a great panel tonight, right? Great panel tonight, GR.
Yeah.
You have fun?
I like when we get honest opinions like that.
That's what we do. We do honest opinions. Talk. We kick people in the ass and we call people names. that they deserve it. I don't know. We don't call people names. We hug people, kick people in the ass.
Yes, we do.
Cruise Control.
You've called people names. Let's be honest.
We kick people in the ass and then we hug them on the way out, Brian.
Oh God!
When we kick them, they like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Anywho, I know, Peppy. Also, thank you for being here, Miss Laura Broncala. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you for having me, you guys. I had so much fun, as I always do. I do want to address one thing before I take off. Somebody said there should be a Full Metal Alchemist, like a real-world live action. There actually is. I'm not going to say it's any good.
It's not.
I believe it's on Netflix, Sean. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. It's either Netflix or Hulu. And it starts off good. I recommend watching Brotherhood.
And Laura, where can we find your podcast? We're going to find your stuff.
We are Pro Picks. You guys, we're on YouTube right now. In 3 weeks, we'll be dropping across all podcast platforms if you just want to listen. If you want to watch, we're on YouTube at Pro Picks Pod. You can also find us on Instagram and all the other places too. So we're out there.
Everybody check it out. Thank you, Laura.
Thanks for having me.
I'll add that to the actual information down below to make sure I can start integrating that all for you as well. Always trying, collaborate, spread the love, and build the audience. Laura, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your takes and appreciate your time. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And of course, I appreciate this guy right here, our comic book king himself, Mr. Sean Sullivan. Thank you, Sean, for being here as always, Sean. Hope you had a great time, man.
I had a great time as always. Love the conversation. Love to get the chance to nerd out and explain why I give a shit about Spider-Man and all these crazy characters that were here long before I existed and will be here long after I'm gone. So thank you, and thank you for letting me win hot takes twice in a row. This will never happen again.
Dog's number one. Dog's number one.
And I think it was Edward that said this is the best show on YouTube. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate you, man.
What a guy, that Edward.
Appreciate you. We got to become the best, but it takes some time. I got to tell that. So, guys, you got to keep spreading that love, spreading that word. You have to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that came down from Xenu and Neptune and Pluto, and then smacked down in GR's backyard, and they made love to his dog, and that happened. It's crazy, but they all subscribed to Kruse Control when it happened. Kobe was super excited. And watch out for those kangaroo and all the fucking tropical fish that come floating through the universe. And it's smack down there too, and they have a massive orgy that subscribe to Kruse Control. It's called the Kruse Control Orgy. And they all subscribe because the cats and the dogs and the bears are there. And you better watch out for the chinchillas and the fucking, oh my God, those fucking chickens that peck at your penis. They're all friends though, and they all love each other. And when they love each other, Kruse Control grows because it's a loving nation. We love animals, we love you, we love the fucking world. And we want to try to bring the news to you because we love everything. We'll make sure things are fucking fantastic. You guys do it. Only if you come forward and like and subscribe, and please, spread the love. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being in Kruse Control. Happy Hump Day. This is that time. If you haven't humped, get back out there and hump or hump again. Until next time, everybody. See you.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live.